Good evening from London. The Bank of England has decided to cut its main policy rate by 0.25%, bringing it down to 4.75%. This decision comes after a period where inflation across the UK has stabilised at 1.7%, slightly below the target of 2%. The rate reduction follows the recent government budget announcements, which have implications for fiscal policy and economic expectations. While the budget introduced measures that could potentially influence inflation and economic growth, the Bank of England's decision today reflects a cautious approach towards managing monetary policy in light of these fiscal changes, aiming to support economic activity while ensuring inflation remains manageable. Oil markets have reacted positively to Donald Trump's win in the US presidential election, with prices surging due to anticipated pro-energy policies. Trump's administration is expected to focus on deregulation and support for the fossil fuel industry, potentially increasing demand. Analysts predict that his policies might encourage more production, but could also lead to volatility in oil prices due to changes in international trade dynamics and environmental regulations. Today, Brent crude saw an increase of 2.5%, reaching $73 per barrel. Nissan has revealed plans to cut approximately 9,000 jobs worldwide in an effort to streamline operations and boost profitability amid global economic uncertainties and a shift towards electric vehicles. This decision is part of a broader restructuring plan aimed at cutting costs by up to 10% over the next 3 years. The job reductions will affect both domestic and international operations, with a significant impact expected on its home market of Japan and Europe. The move underscores the automotive industry's challenges, including supply chain disruptions, semiconductor shortages, and the costly transition to EV production. Nissan's stock reacted with a 1.2% drop in early trading as investors weighed the long-term benefits against immediate job losses. The Australian government is considering new legislation that would ban children under the age of 16 from using social media platforms. This move, aimed at protecting younger users from online harms like cyberbullying, exposure to inappropriate content, and mental health issues, has sparked a nationwide debate. Proponents argue it's a necessary step for child welfare, while critics, including tech companies and some privacy advocates, argue it could infringe on digital rights and freedom of expression. If passed, this law would set Australia apart from other Western countries, potentially influencing global policy discussions on digital rights and child protection. Public consultations are expected to begin next month, with the government aiming for implementation by mid-next year. And those are your main stories from London at close of business.